All right, guys, so I thought it would be more efficient if I recorded the second half of the physical geography of this region. We're looking specifically now at Middle America. These are the keywords you need to know. Remember, we are taking notes on paper, so you're going to stop the video when you need to take the notes. Right now, you're all going to stop to make sure you get the definitions of these 5 words. I'm going to go through this quickly because I only have 5 minutes to record it, but you can stop in and take your notes as you see fit. So you are going to see this is all Middle America. So it includes Central America and also the Caribbean islands. So let's look at, first of all, just landforms of Central America. So this is going to be the part that connects North America to South America. Much of Central America is hilly or mountainous. There are swamps and lowlands along the coasts. And then Central America's most distinctive landforms are going to be the mountains that form the Central Highlands. The Sierra Madres are also there, and they extend from Mexico into many of the Central American countries, most of these being rainforest-covered volcanoes. Additional mountain ranges include the Cordillera del Talamanca in Costa Rica. Here we see a picture of how the winds coming off the Caribbean go up the prevailing side of this mountain. They drop their water on that side, which ends up being to have the Pacific side of these mountains in Costa Rica, the drier side. Now the Caribbean, remember we're talking now about the islands. Overall, the Caribbean is comprised of more than 7,000 islands. That number does include different islets, which you know the definition of now, different cays, and a few inhabited coral reefs. The largest island in the Caribbean are Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, which we know is divided into 2 separate political units, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and also Puerto Rico. Most of the Caribbean is volcanic in origin. Middle America landforms for Central America is located on this ring of fire that brings potential hazards. The Caribbean is not going to be on the ring of fire. The Isthmus of Panama extends east to west, connecting North and South America and separating from the Caribbean Sea from the Gulf of Panama. North America's central water. The water systems provide transportation, drinking water, drainage, irrigation, and it's also a source of hydroelectric power. Lake Nicaragua is in Central America, and it's the largest freshwater lake there. And it is the only lake in the world that contains oceanic animal life such as sharks, swordfish, and tarpon. The San Juan River is an outlet for Lake Nicaragua. It drains into the Caribbean Sea. El Salvador's only navigable river, the Lempa River, generates hydroelectricity from the energy of moving water. Looking at climates and biomes. There in this region, it's dependent on many factors, but most specifically proximity to water, elevation, and latitude, which are all 3 part of our lame cow. So first of all, the proximity to water. No place in Central America is more than about 200 miles from the coast, so that's less than a 3-hour drive. So you can stop now and look at this climate map of this region. Elevation, which is the height above sea level, also affects the climate and ecosystems of some parts of Central America more than distance from the equator even. Vertical climate zones in which animals, plants, and climates change as altitude increases. You can stop and look at this map. I want to talk to you more about this map later. I want to see what you do and don't see about this map. Then lastly, latitude. The further you are from the equator, the cooler the temperatures will be. Now this is excluding differences in elevation. So you can be on the equator and be super hot, but those vertical climate zones mean the further you go up, the temperature drops, so it's going to be colder, which makes it more important where you are in elevation than where you are in latitude. Climates and biomes. Tropical rainforests are through much of Central America. Costa Rica and Panama have a huge amount of biodiversity because of these rainforests. The Caribbean, what do you need to say? The Caribbean is tropical. They range from tropical savannas to tropical rainforests. And then this last slide you're going to look at on your own and see how much biodiversity you find in just this one small area in Central America. It's not a very big area, but you find a tons of plants and animals here, almost more than you find anywhere else in the world, which makes the rainforest in this region super, super important.